On a motion detector, so there's a delayed response. What I'm seeing is there's two accounts. So when I opened up the consumer network, the phone 917 that I had in New Jersey in 1997. I know the company Sprint Mobile might have merged and diversified, made different phones and upgraded since 1997, 1998. It's now the year 2019, December 31st, 2019. So I'm seeing on there people are downloading. So I don't know if this is their internet they upgraded to the download. You're talking to a different online entity, and then they have the notepads. They even connected to the dashboard cameras where you would do that. But a lot of people didn't realize that they were driving with that not active, and then some people utilize that looking at people without their knowledge, and they'll say, what, why does she look like that? And I mean, I'm probably one of those victims. I've been here a long time, and then once people knows how to utilize their systems, they'll say, we already know who she is. You know what I mean? We really listed, who her contacts were, where we would go in business, where a long time ago, what would our benefits be, and our family, her history. So if someone does that, they might not be knowledgeable, right? Like, I had my phone stolen. I don't know if they sit there all day long. Who is your customer? Did they steal the computer? That I bought at Walmart or whatever hell it is, Best Buy camera. Just so they could print labels and then serve and then sell me something in the community at what it is. So I don't know if there's other people out there. Really look for that. They kill your child. They didn't do anything. They're like, oh, here, this came for you. I mean, really look for that out there. See if you could help yourself by yourself, especially if you work for healthcare agencies. You're not a patient. All right, you went in the community, you're very healthy. You worked in local hospitals. Then it's only took them like maybe 5 or 10 years later. You know what I mean? They don't know anything. I mean, is it because they saw you, with prosthetic fake hair and makeup on, or naked or something? I don't know what it is. You weren't in a lab coat, scrubs, blue bonnet, hats, on your feet, scrubbed up in a surgical room with putting tubes down people's throat with anesthesia. You just didn't look yourself. That's why I said I don't know why they would do that. I really don't. Were they attracted to the life insurance benefits that I worked in for about a month, saying that we could utilize that? They wouldn't help you and bribe the police. Did they say they didn't know how to do their funds online logically, with politics or religion, to justify 15,000, 20,000 people, consistently commuting, with sports or religion or something like that? Now it's upgraded. All right. I even looked at the CD-ROM on the original, $5,000 system, the Canon bubble jet printer. And when I looked at that, there might have been like 5,000 potential customers, but these people kept like, dropping dead on psychiatric drugs. So, as a, somebody that worked in the consumer for health, mental health, and, you don't look like you're 18, you might be 50 to 80 years old, you don't look the same. My routine really isn't putting makeup and hair on, to keep an image, because I don't want those type of customers that I had. People that want to, be fed dog biscuits, really, really weird, accounting firms, I mean, very strange. Two fists up the anus on all fours. That's your accountant with lingerie and a suit over it. And then later on, have the local mechanic and Ronkonkoma and give me back the same lingerie that the man was wearing. All right. No, thank you. All right. So, I mean, that's the local area. So, when I became a mother, they probably just looked at me, the personality, I mean, want to dance, want to dance, want to dance. No, I don't want to dance. All right. When someone's physically disabled, you break into it's not a character role for performing arts. They're still looking how they could use you. So I'm going to sign out there. Like I said, this could be in Pluto, Uranus by now. They have, transports. I can go to the moon and then line up, land in, and then get like that, a Buick and then keep driving. So I don't know if I'm on the astronautical line, with my aptitude from 1981 was like 13 years old. I'm 51 now. All right. Uh, so hopefully this ends the stream and you can replay it later. So on the Instagram, since there isn't a financial backing, they just sit there and look at your benefits and say, I'm trying to get housing. So if this Community Development Corporation, Section 8 Urban Development, whatever that is, you could sit there and make the lower amount of housing, but eventually, whether it takes, 3 to 5 years, 3 to 10 years, it's not a criminal sentence saying I'm inpatient in a correctional facility. And this is utilizing that space available to feed them. So once they must have saw a menu, you know what I mean, they're probably looking online. This is your menu. Can we print it all over? I don't know. I get sick. Usually the menus that I printed, could be for restaurants, the hospital or something like that. So I don't know. How much you're into not helping anybody, but taking their stuff and utilizing it and then using it for yourself. It's not really lucrative. It's not a long-term investment, and I don't know if you'll make it to like 105 to 110 years old utilizing that. I mean, this guy, what, Tim Thornton, I think he dropped dead 34 years old. So I don't know if there's more of them. Allegedly, Ed Kinney, is he alive? He dropped dead at 41 years old. All right. That's why I don't know what it is that does that. I really don't. Is he still out there? Are they still using him? I don't know. Maybe they did a virtual of Tim Thornton and myself. We got married February 14, 2011. And they put it over there at 3D Lane and East to Talk. There's a picture there that you could reprint with paint on it and put that on there on the counter, make cards, prints, and calendars out of it, 30,000 issues. And you could keep sitting there looking at it. So, I was rooting for the different areas. College Road in that area where the closest nursing home might be, I think Ethel or whatever the hell. There's in Coram, the other one over there, Coram, okay, gas station. The other one's Granny Road. But for more housing, lower cost, people are already getting that. Said I don't believe in group homes. 1968, I didn't talk too much. I was a newborn child, but I don't know how it was registered there. Being with people that weren't related, it took them 7 years to identify any name in the court in Hauppauge family court over there, where later it became Department of Labor. So, I really don't understand that. They think I was like a chimpanzee in the zoo, and they rented space at Prospect Park. Did they look at their pee all day long until they might rest in peace with their catheters, and they went to sleep. I don't know if they said you're going to sleep. So I don't know if that's when they say, I'm dead. Well, I'm not. I'm alive. I'm doing pretty good, waiting for the pea pod order to come in. So you could have live cameras, pop-ups, and stuff like that. So I don't know if you have all of that area. Yeah, Bellport area over there, Spionk Riverhead Road, the $1 trillion idea, cut the trees over there across from the bowling alley. I don't want to see people playing bowling. I'm not interested in watching you playing bowling. Your commercial saying that's endorsing you for the intern. So I hope you don't use me. That's why I block a lot of this. I really don't want to watch you. I'm not interested in you. I'm not interested in watching you as an investment. My life, I haven't even got a death certificate. My son, I think it was 2016. They smashed his skull and dissected it for the year if they thought it was a tobacco store in Coram next to their church. I really don't know what the motive was. All right. Me walking in about 4 years ago, you should really be a brain surgeon. Maybe they followed me around, the people that work in the Coram 59 Middle Country Road, New York, whatever, 11727, if you wanted to write a letter, because I probably wouldn't. All right. Have a great day. I don't know. I'll keep trying this to see if this works. If this goes on the dashboard cam, you could talk that upgrade, and then you're communicating like that. But why would I communicate to people? I don't know who they are, and they're thieves and murderers. I don't really want to watch a music video. I'm not interested. Why don't you open up a doll shop or something where the music store was in Setauket over there near Mario's and the dry cleaners and the Valley Bank? You could say this Bitty Baby, this American Girl doll, this stuffed animal, the Cabbage Patch dolls, they're watching you or something like that. All right. And then you can utilize that account on the side, really. Somebody else wanted to watch you, you put that in there, and justify, 5% like the farmers. What are you making in the community? You're making plastic, recycle, made in China things, putting them in there, burning them in a fireplace. What are you making, contributing, and physically to say, where is your residential address separate from your storefront or your local area where you go and have a physical? You know what I mean? You look in the mirror. Is that your yearly physical, your daily, all day long? I'm going to take a spot, go into a back area, and then watch somebody say, here's the mirror. You are compatible with that on the other two drones online. If you want to walk in and line up electronic products, sit there, and then this is the side plate that you could later on see how long you'd look at yourself. See if you wanted to will in your life insurance to go hung your skeleton there on the plate that they now have been selling with Cablevision and Altice and these other things. So I don't know how long you talk to yourself, in other words. All right. You can take a picture of yourself, take the picture of your back. You can sit there and look at hair. I'm not interested. Like this mentally ill lady. She want to see what she looks like sitting there saying, can I do your hair? No. Right. I'm not interested. He's like, whatever your name is, white, black, Spanish, Chinese, say, they might be, a program behind you to do hair. The other person might be thinking they're doing your makeup. I said, I did everything myself. All right. So, if I look at my wedding pictures that I had February 14th, some of them are all right, but my makeup and my hair, I did myself. They said, "Here's Max Studio, for $50 from Stacy Krajewski, whatever her last name is after." And she's not related. She ain't my friend or family, so I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? It's the hoarders. Can't get rid of them. And I think that was like 1977. So look, I'm not interested in Christmas. I'm not Jewish either. I'm just not interested in a whole bunch of clutter all over. So this is what it looks like. It's still there. They don't understand. I got clutter all over. But here, this came for you. You know what I mean? That's why I really don't understand it. Is this when they go to sleep? It's time for you to wake up and go to the Jets, Giants game, Rangers, Islanders, the Knicks, the Nets, the Lakers, or something like that. And you people are obsessed with sports. You could be at a sports event, I don't know who you are. Take your child to smash your skull and dissect it all year, and you'll keep playing basketball. I'm not really into it. All right, I'm not really into sports. I want to know when you go to a court and you give it a V docket number, say, I'm just looking for a death certificate, and they didn't do anything. So you go to social service. Now I'm going to sit there and say bid for social service in Rocky Point, knock the Rocky Point movie theater down. You can have a strip over there. It says Social Security, social service. If you needed, the doctor could be on call for a visit, at the health center, and correct HC if you got free high C containers or something. Maybe there'll be a little clinic in there, because they'd say there's a doctor, dentist all over, but yet they keep thinking as an adult over the age of 18 or like to 25 or something that you're being driven around, and you already have a driver's license like 16 or 17. So I think that's their problem. They don't realize you're an adult, really. I think I started driving about maybe 5 or 6 years old at Norwood Elementary School. I think I practiced there with John Downs. I was on his lap, unless they thought I was lap dancing and doing burlesque or something. I think I was like 4 or 5 years old. And then like 8 or 9 years old, I'm able to drive. He is 12 years old, I'm able to drive. All right. So here's the valid driver's license 4 years later. This is the right hand. It's all intact. This is the left hand, right? This is the left hand. This is the left hand, right? Left hand. This is the right hand, right? This is the right hand. The right hand. Okay. So let's try it again. This is the left hand. All of the digits are there. All of the digits are there on the left hand. It's not somebody coming up between my legs saying there's somebody else there. This is the right hand. It isn't somebody coming up from the corner over there. So these people are just sitting there showing like just their hands. I'm not watching your little nuke food. All right. They have these food stations. So I said, I don't know if they rent the psychiatric hospital for it. And they say they had a budget there to video record yourself making food, and it looks so good playing with people's children you're not related to. I'm not interested in playing with children I'm not related to. All right. So if you graduated, and you're sitting all day long with the Teachers Federal Credit Union with like Kenny Tedesco and John Downs as an account, separate from Christina Downs and Mastic. I think I made a check for myself to see how many times the S-58 would ride on Sunday if I wrote a check for $58,000. So I don't live there. I don't live in your transportation. If you made a school bus out there, you're saying you need these clothes. Maybe you should really work on that, how you could talk to the community inside and then give them information other than entertainment. Really, if you're on YouTube or anything like that, show them, I watch the construction shows, what, Christina in California. There's Christina in California. There's a huge house. I'm looking for updated apartments that have washing machine and dryers, not people that already made them 100 years ago and want to make money. All right. I want to look at you without your permission. I want to come over. No, I'm not your friend. I'm not interested in being with you romantically and keep it like that forever. All right. So that's the way that is. That's reality on life's terms. So when I go there, I say, these properties, you can bid them, but what they don't do that. So I think Lee Zeldin's over there. He talked to himself in Congress. You got Charles Schumer there. I don't know what menu or what media they're using to talk to themselves. They're going on YouTube. They're going on Talkspace, Twitter. They're going on the mainstream approved, channel of, 10,000 television stations. So whatever someone's using, it's like you showed up first. So I don't know if this is what they watch. So I tried to block that, where somebody would say, I could sit outside at your ADT Sloman Shield, a camera and sit outside and talk all day long, and I'm not, and use that, as, you could be one lug nut or one shoe that they sold 50 years ago, in somebody else's driveway. I want to make sure that doesn't happen. So, it's kind of interesting. So again, it's December 31st, 2019, and I'm not celebrating holidays too much because of that reason. Now, is that when they all get up and they stream that?